What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Career Mode. This is episode number 95, and we start today's episode off with the penultimate squad report of the season, the second to last one. Of course, because we've now entered May, the final month for domestic football and European football in terms of a club level. And as you can see, developing very nicely. I know I say it every single month, but it's the truth. It's developing very, very nicely. A lot of players with some healthy attribute changes, and it's really good to see. You know, I've said it over the past couple of months in game. I've tried to downplay our title chances for the whole season, really, and not really discuss it. But of course, over the past couple of in-game months, it's been hard not to, as we've been leading the way for so long. And I'm looking at this squad, and it's good enough to win the title. It really is. I mean, there are so many players now going into the 80s. I don't even think we had a single player in the 80s when we first took over here at West Brom. Maybe I'm forgetting someone. But now there's quite a few in the 80s, a lot in the mid to high 70s, and we deserve to be top of the table. We've got 3 games to go. We have the exact same record as Chelsea, 24 wins, 8 draws and 3 losses, and of course 80 points accumulated. But we've got a healthier goal difference by +9. We scored 71 to their 63, and we've let in 27 compared to their 28. So a +9 goal difference, and that could pay massive, massive, massive dividends come the end of the season, because of course we're level on points right now with only 3 games to go. There's not many points to fight for, really, so it's going to be very tight. I can see this going down to the final day, I really can, but to be honest, it's been a great season, and even if we are to let it slip now, even if it does slip out of our hands and we fail to win on the final few hurdles, I'll still be unbelievably proud to know we got this far, because this has been a great season for us, without doubt the best one in the series so far, obviously, and it's given us a huge foundation for us to improve in career mode. You know, in the first season, we didn't really do much, let's be fair, apart from get to the FA Cup final. Second season, first trophy under the belt, very nice as well, but no real progression in the league, or with the team, really. And in this third season, you know, the team has just been completely revamped. We made some fantastic signings. I mean, the Lacazette deal for a day was fantastic. Obviously, Rodriguez and Carrillo coming in on pre-contracts, brilliant for us. And it's been a great season for us, and I do want to end it on a high as well, and hopefully we can do that. And we start off today's episode with a game against West Ham United here at Way Upton Park in London, and the first chance would fall to us in the 12th minute here as Lacazette goes down the right hand side, takes on Winston Reid, beats him with a fake shot, crosses the ball in, and who's there in the centre to head it in? It's Niang. It's another goal for the guy. I tell you, he's been on form of late, but he's been on form since we arrived here at West Bromwich Albion and signed him to the club. You know, he really has. There's only really been a couple of in-game months, and that was at the start of this season, really, where he's been out of form. Other than that, the guy's just an absolute machine. So not a real surprise to see him open the scoring for us in the that was in 24th minute. Well, early on in the game anyway. But in the 25th minute, you see West Ham coming forward here, Andy Carroll forcing Ben Foster into a very good save there. Our skipper tipping the ball over the bar with 2 firm hands. And from the corner, it's our former player Fabian Delphi crosses the ball in. Winston Reid goes for the header and misses it. And as Henderson boots the ball away, it's a great chance on the counter. Niang controls the ball nicely, skips past one, rises another challenge here. Brilliant dribbling from Niang, keeps on going, stops the ball, takes on his last man and shoots, but the goalkeeper saves it and it's cleared away. So did brilliantly well with Niang there, but just couldn't get the finish right. But in the 37th minute, West Ham get the ball away. Lacazette goes down left hand side, blitzes past Leo Chambers for pace. Brilliant display of speed by our French striker. Cuts inside, then rises the slide challenge and finesses the ball into the far corner and makes it West Ham United 0, West Bromwich Albion 2. So these late games in the season often bring out the nerves in a lot of teams, but for us in this game, we were going to make amends after slipping up against QPR in the last game. 2-0 up already, playing much better than the home side, and in the 43rd minute it could have been free. Mauricio going for a header from this corner, but it went just wide the post and out for a goal kick. In the 45th minute, you see West Ham get on the ball again, as I almost sneezed there. Fabian Del finding O'Brien down the left-hand side. Good chance for West Ham as they take the ball around Andre Carrillo. Very nice build-up. Enner Valencia finds Andy Carroll here. Carroll holds the ball up as a target man striker should. Rolls it inside towards Ravel Morrison, a player who I'm thinking about signing next year. And it's a great save by Ben Foster, and he turns the ball behind for a corner. So still 2-0, but West Ham, they woke up after our second goal and Mauricio's header going just wide. You know, they really did. It sort of sparked them into life, and they started to play much much better football. Ravel Morrison almost scoring a cheeky backheel goal. This guy was at the heart of everything in this game. He really was. Morrison was a brilliant player, and that's one of the reasons I want to sign him next year, because I want him to do that sort of thing for us. Really, really accurate passing and always getting into good areas. And again, another great shot by the former Manchester United man, and Ben Foster's makes a good save there and keeps it at 2-0. So Morrison a danger man. West Ham getting him on the ball as much as possible, and they are creating a lot as well in the second half. And he's on the ball again here. He crosses the ball to the far post, picks out Koyate, and his header goes wide. So I guess Ravel must have been sitting there thinking, what else have I got to do? I'm laying these chances on a plate. Will one of you finish it, please? But in the end, as you'll see here in the 87th minute, West Ham had won the last chance of the game. Fabian Delph's on it and finds Ravel Morrison, holds off the challenge, plays it back to our former midfielder, back into Morrison. He picks out Sacco. Sacco crosses the ball in, and Maiga in the centre heads it in and makes it West Ham 1, West Brom 2. And it was coming. They were always going to score eventually. They were too hot for us to handle and looking very, very dangerous. But in the end, it was a little too late, and they were made to pay for not finishing their chances, because the reality is they had a lot of them, more than we had, but instead we were clinical, they weren't, and that's why we pick up a massive 3 points towards the end of the season. So we keep on winning. Very, very big 3 points for us there. Niang and Lacazette's first half goals were good enough for us to get the 3 points, and that's the most important thing. As you would have seen, Fulham were playing Chelsea in the late kickoff, but Chelsea won that game, so they keep on the pressure, keep piling it on. We're still on the same amount of points with 2 games to go, so Chelsea win that game. I was hoping Fulham would do us some favours, but unfortunately not. But what can you do? But still, after that, we had a Youth Squad monthly report. Not a Youth Squad monthly report, a scout report. I always get those two mixed up. We have a scout report from one of our scouts based in Brazil and one based in England. This was the last one of the season, so I just signed a couple of players who had 70 to 90 odd potential, and we'll wait and see how well they develop in the future. But right now, I don't really feel as though scouting is going to be something I'm too fussed about, because I don't know how long we're staying here with West Bromwich Albion. I know there's quite a few of you that do want me to leave, even though I really like it here. So I don't think we'll bother really developing any of our academy products and players, even though there's not many. I think Ashley Bentley and Billy Rowell, Billy the Kid, are the only two I'm going to bother continuing to develop over the next couple of seasons if we're still here. But as you can see, as we take on Newcastle United for the penultimate game of the season here, Chelsea played their penultimate game before us and they won it. So with 2 games to go for us, we are 3 points behind Chelsea, but we have a game in hand. And the fact of the matter is, failing to win this game, I wouldn't say our title chances are over, because we could still win it on the final day of a win and a Chelsea loss or draw. But even so, let's be clear here, Chelsea have not been slipping up at all over the past few months. The only reason we're still top is because of our fantastic form. So we really do need to win this game. It's as simple as that. We do take on Newcastle United as they travel to take us on to Hawthorns. Not really looking forward to this game either, because Newcastle have actually beaten us at the Hawthorns twice. So in both of the seasons last year and the first season, they beat us at the Hawthorns. So wasn't really fancying my chances despite our brilliant form. But the first chance would fall to us, and Safir Taider went very close just 5 minutes in. As you can see, I did make some changes to the side because I had to think about the Europa League final, which was being played in midweek. This is on the weekend, of course. And as Taider finds Berahino down the right hand side here, he takes on Jamal Escales, gets past him and shoots, but it's a good save by the goalkeeper, and Newcastle get the ball away. So still 0-0, but in the 25th minute, brilliant work by Billy Rowell wins us the ball back here, and as Niang takes on Taylor, he beats him for agility, waits for the run of Berahino, picks him out, and Saido Berahino scores, slots it past the goalkeeper, and makes it West Brom 1, Newcastle 0. So there were some early nerves in this game. I wasn't really passing the ball around very well, was feeling the heat a little bit, but as soon as Berahino scored there, and I saw all the team run towards him to celebrate, I was like, that's it now, I'm in control, I can get us this Premier League title if I keep on playing football like that, good counter-attacking football and good finishes like that. So Berahino gets his 9th goal in the Premier League this season, and in the 35th minute a great chance to make it 2-0, and again it's on the counter as we win the ball back. Niang takes on 1, then takes on 2, beats Jamal Escales. He doesn't know where Niang is, he just beats him all ends up and finesses the ball into the corner and makes it 2-0. So again, it's Niang with another goal. The guy has scored like 8 goals in 7 games now. The guy is just in form completely, and it's brilliant for us. He's picked up his brilliant form right at the end of the season. He's always been in good form, but now he's in brilliant form right at the end of the season, which is exactly what we like to see there. So his 25th goal in the Premier League so far. We've still got a game and a half to go, and it's 2-0. And as you can see as well in the top left, I was just dominant right from the off, really. There was some early nerves, yes, but as soon as I got going, I really was going. But there was to be some sad news, because on the stroke of the half-time mark, Saido Berahino got himself an injury, got taken down, and unfortunately for us, that will see him out for, unfortunately, the rest of the season. It's not like a 1 or 2 day injury. It's not going to be something you'll be able to shake off for the final 2 games of the season. He is going to be out for the rest of the year. So he was able to complete this game, but he will be out for the Europa League final and the final game of the season. And as you'll see here on the stroke of half time, Newcastle did manage to score a goal back here and make me sweat a little bit. Johan Gouffran got it. The free kick was played into the box, and it was just such a really poor goal to concede. I mean, it was just a long floated ball into the penalty area, and you got commanding centre backs in Zambrano and Mauricio, both in this squad, and neither of them good enough there as the ball was floated in, and that made it West Brom 2, Newcastle 1. So Newcastle back in the game, and in the second half it was all about defending our lead. I didn't feel confident playing counter-attacking football. I didn't feel confident trying to score more goals. I just kept on trying to defend, and I couldn't do it. They hit the post there just after the restart. And in the 68th minute, Riviere's on the ball down the left-hand side here. He pays it to Haidara, inside towards Vernon Anita, turns his man and shoots, and puts it just wide. And Newcastle were getting mighty close to scoring an equaliser that, wouldn't ruin our title chances, but would certainly make them a lot more bleaker. But in the 90th minute here, a good chance to wrap the points off. Aaron Creswell sprints down the left-hand side, leaves Jack Colback behind, takes on Daryl Yanmat and beats him. Great chance for Creswell to score a great solo goal, but in the end, I should have passed into the centre, so Anichebe went for goal selfishly, and Carl Darley had a simple save. But the final score was West Bromwich Albion 2, Newcastle 1. So going into the final day, you'll see the table right at the end. We are in first place, pole position to land the Premier League title with 86 points, but Chelsea are behind us by a whisker. They've got 86 points as well, but we are ahead on goal difference. So it's going to be really, really tight. So tomorrow you'll see the end of the Premier League season. Tonight you'll see the Europa League final, and yeah, we could have 2 trophies won in the space of a few days. Touch wood if we keep our composure. So as always, guys, a big thank you for watching the video. I really hope you have enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed the episode, then please do leave a like, and I'll see you for the next episode of Career Mode very soon.